Because even if you haven't been outside, the wind, you feel it in your bones, and it can kind of swirl you around a little bit. So we want to land, connect in, and then we start a little deeper part of the practice. Some of the ways that we can do that is through our breath work. So let's move into some pranayama. And if you want to bend your knees and put your feet flat on the ground, that's one way to kind of ground a little more because it presses your sacrum to the earth. But be comfortable. Check it out. See if that feels more comfortable. If not, maybe straighten back out again. And then the breath work I want to do is Durga breath. So this is a 3-part breath. You're going to take little holds in between each sip of air that you take in. And then Durga, in this case, it sounds like the goddess name, but it's spelled different and it means long. So it's a very long exhale all the way out after you take these 3-part sips in. And what this is doing is giving us a little bit of a reset for our nervous system. It's going to kick on parasympathetic, working with your vagal nerve. But it's also helping to settle the mind because you're going to have those nice, long exhales. So I'll count it for you. Just focus on those holds and following where you're at in your breath. So the first breath is into the belly and a little hold. Then breathe into the heart, another little hold. And then that upper chest throat area, take a sip there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Then the long exhale all the way out, all the way out, all the way out. Continue pushing the air out even when you think you're done because there's a little bit at the bottom of the lungs. Then you go again, inhale belly and then heart. Upper chest, throat, hold, 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 long exhale, all the way out, all the way out, all the way out, decompressing, literally. Then you go again, inhale belly, heart, upper chest, throat, that extra hold, and then long exhale, long exhale, long exhale, long exhale. Continue that, belly, heart, upper chest, throat, good job everybody. And then long exhale, empty out, empty out, empty out, empty out, empty out. Belly, heart, throat, exhale. You're pushing, extra push at the end there. And then again, belly, heart, upper chest, throat, long exhale, all the way out, all the way out, all the way out, all the way out. About 3 more, go on your own. One more time, belly, heart, throat, long exhale, there you go. Get it all the way out and then let your breath go back to its natural cadence, natural breathing. It's probably going to be a little deeper now. There should be a sense of rest and digest, a little calmer. And then we get a little more clarity in our mind. Take a moment to get out of the headspace. That's the intellect, the analytical thinking, the judgment, the criticism, and drop it down about 10 inches into your heart place and then feel that glorious center. Just kind of swim around in there for a moment. Feel all that goodness that dwells there. A lot of loving kindness in there, compassion, generosity. This is your truth. It's that magnanimous, wholesome goodness that we all have. It's right there in our heart. And then another energy center I want you to move to is the second chakra, It's right there in the middle of the pelvic bowl. Just take your consciousness awareness as if you could look around from that lower dwelling, the Dantian in Eastern medicine, and just swim around in your creativity. It's a focal point of what I want to kind of talk about today is our imagination and our creativity. And just see yourself and all your ideas. Maybe see the little ideas you have about life as little seeds that are awaiting sprouting. And just taking a look at your creativity is one way to access your great spirit. And then let's make our intention. I think this is one of the most important parts of the practice. Sankalpas and Shavasana. We could skip everything in between, and if you had to pick two, pick those two. Set the intention and then rest with it. But folding your hands to prayer position in Anjali Mudra, called at the heart place. And this helps to draw energy to that amazing heart. And it's holding it in balance. You have the solar and lunar channel pressed together, your left and right side, masculine, feminines. And you hold it there and you anchor in and you listen to what your soul says today, not the mind. It's a different part of you. We're listening to our soul center, the Atma. And anything that comes up, because this is where you have to learn how to infer. Your soul doesn't speak in English all the time. So you infer what it's saying. And this is learning how to trust our intuition. Practicing inferring allows us to tune in to our intuitive voice. What does it say today? Patience, grace, courage. What's it offering you to focus on? It's kind of like drawing your tarot card of the day. This is from the soul's deck. And you pull that out and then you create your mantra that you'd like to train your mind on today. And it's in relation to this nudge from your great spirit. It's a simple little sentence. Wordsmith it just right. And then drop it into the mind stuff so it can start to chew on it. It's going to go on that hamster wheel, spin around while you practice. You just repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. And then go ahead and take a nice long stretch once you've set your intention. Lengthen out, point and flex the toes, open up that whole beautiful body of yours. It loves to get long and stretch. And then conversely, bring the knees into the chest and you become a little tiny ball. Wrap your arms around your shins, bring your head towards your knees, squeeze in tight, squeeze, 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 Apanasana. And then a couple of roly-polies right up into seated, coming all the way up. And once you come up, we'll bring our hands to prayer again and take a moment to look around the room. Just give a quick little flash of the pearls to as many people as you can. Just a nice little smile. If it's painful to do that, then come to yoga more often. I would say. Sorry. We got to smile at one another for just a second, that's all. And then come into your own center again and smile at yourself. You made it to your mat. You carved out time for yourself to work on you, get yourself in your center. Byproduct is you'll have some opened up hamstrings, but that's not why you're here. You want to open up your heart and your mind more. I know it. And so that should put a smile on your face. That's a good job, everybody. Then we'll continue with that smile and we'll sing. I love to sing songs of love. It makes my heart smile. So we'll bring in some good energy for the weekend. Let's call in on Shiva consciousness so that when we're marching through the weekend, we're in our highest way. We're in our highest consciousness. We step out of that low vibration kind of mental prison and we rise up to the top. of our highest self, and we become that big picture, higher perspective person, and we see things from a loving heart. That's included in that highest way. That's what Shiva consciousness represents, and so that's who we'll sing to. If you're not familiar with Shiva, he's one of the deities in the Hindu tradition, often depicted as dancing ecstatically or sitting in meditation. It's kind of the two extremes. Well, sing along if you know it, belt it out. If you're unfamiliar with chanting, just hum along until the words come. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale to sing. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Shiva, 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 Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. And an Om to open the practice. Take another breath in. Then bowing your head in towards your heart. Remind yourself of your intention you just set. And it's like I said, keep it on spin. We want it going round and round in that hamster wheel. And then drop your hands down by the side, a big wide sweep all the way up to the sky. When you get there, then cascade forward, bring your hands down in front of you. Keep your sit bones to the earth, the head dangles. Take a breath in and crawl out just a little more if you can on those breaths out. And ease into this. It's predominantly a low back stretch, a little bit of your hips opening as well. But sometimes if we're tight and we try to overstretch, you can pull something. So be gentle and just ease. Breath in and breath out. Then press back up to a neutral position. Take the hands behind you. Turn the fingertips away and then roll the shoulder heads onto the back. Lift the chin to the sky. And let your head come back. There's a little resting point where your shoulder blades came together. Let your neck kind of rest on that. Press the heart through. Breath in. Breath out, big heart opener here. Inhale and exhale. Nice job. Come back up into seated. Bring your hands to your shins and we'll kind of corkscrew here. Take whatever way is intuitive to start. And imagine that you're unwinding your potential. Unwinding your beautiful potential. You're going to take it into the weekend. Sometimes we keep it under wraps. I'll save my potential for when I retire. Use it for those last 10 years of my life. And then go the other way. And then this is just, maybe feels a little awkward or uncomfortable, so maybe go slower. We just want the energy flowing from root to crown and from crown to root. You want to go in both ways. And then we'll pause and then move into seated cat-cow. So you hold on to those shins again, pull your heart through, lift the chin. And then you exhale and you round and tuck in. It's rocking back and forth. So we get that full undulation of our spine. Feels pretty good. Spine gets stuck. I went swimming yesterday and did a whole bunch of things that I haven't done in a long time. And I am sore. And how sad is that? It wasn't even like full lap swimming, like the cool people do. It was like mermaid swimming. And I'm totally sore. That's sad. Okay, come around into tabletop position, all fours. Shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Inhale, lifts up. Exhale, tucks in. Same thing, but now we have a little bit more range of motion. We can really let that belly drop towards the floor and look up to the sky and stretch that abdominal wall. It really wants it. Particularly those of us who try to suck in our belly all the time, just let it hang out and stretch. And then same when you're tucking the chin towards the chest and pushing the spine to the sky, stretch in between each vertebra, get all the stickiness out of there. So you might hold those stretches a little bit longer rather than whipping through your cat-cow. And then we'll come into neutral position. Curl your toes under, take your bum to the sky. We'll come into downward facing doggy and pedal it out. I like to take a deep bend in one knee while the other leg goes pretty straight, and then same on the other side. And then once things start to feel like they're warming up a little, then you can kind of cruise on your cruiser a little faster. Pedal it out. You're cruising along on the strand. Gosh, the wind, huh? And then I'll take a nice little walk to the top of your mat into forward fold, Uttanasana. Hang out, let the arms dangle, let the head dangle. You want everything to gently open up, so bend in the knees. Come on now. And then sway side to side. Let your arms maybe even sweep across your mat, your hands. And then identify some things that are blocking you from manifesting that life you want. Limiting self-beliefs, or insecurities, or resentments, or that scarcity lack mentality that we sometimes acquire. Whatever it is, just imagine you're sweeping those obstacles out of the way so that we can create the life that we know we're meant to live. And then come into neutral, take a half lift, flatten out. Most of your blocks are your thoughts. And then exhale, fold back hands. This time the wings come out to the side a little bit, and the knees carry yourself all the way up to the top. Touch the palms overhead, interlace fingers, palms turn up to the sky, and there's a big stretch here. Take a breath in, maybe even lean back, breath out, reaching up, inhale, and slide the hands to heart center, close your eyes, tune into your intention again, repeat, 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 that's helping you manifest. Einstein, that's my guy today, I'm going to talk about him a little bit, he said, there's very little difference between matter and our mind. You think it, you create it. That matter is a product of the mind. Think about that. Take a breath in. Release the hands. Wide sweep to the sky, all the way up. And dive through center, forehead foot. We'll take our half lift, flatten out the back. And fold back in. This time, drop your booty and reach up tall. Uttanasana chair pose. He also said most of the reason things don't manifest, even though we think it in the mind, is because we don't have willpower to follow through. We keep those little ideas, those little seeds percolating. We looked at them in our second chakra. We're like, great idea. And then it goes nowhere because there's not a lot of discipline or tapas or willpower. So we're exhibiting some of that right now. Hold this. The mind quits before the body does. It's not forever, just a little bit longer. Take a big inhale, big exhale, and one more time. Inhale, then come to standing. Samastitihi. Eyes closed. You go internal. See yourself in that beautiful way, fulfilling some of those ideas and creativities in your mind. Imagination, he said, this is Einstein still, imagination is the portal to spirit. Take a breath in, release the hands on the breath out. Wide sweep to the sky, all the way up, dive through center, all the way through, forward fold. Half lift again, flatten out. This is for space in your spine. Fold back in, plant your hands. Right foot's going all the way back into a giant lunge. Make sure you took a big enough step. Knee should be over ankle on left side. Maybe block some of your fingers, straighten and bend. Open up that left leg. Pulsing in and out, creating a little heat. Moving the synovial fluid into the joints. And then pause in your lunge and turn your back foot down to a warrior two. That's a 90-degree angle. Take the left forearm to the left thigh and the right hand to the right hip. And pull that right hip back. Pull that right shoulder head back. Then right hand to the sky and rotate the wrist. And then take the right hand forward so there's a long line of energy. You're inside in your toes. Fingertip all the way down to that back edge foot. Stretch. Breath in. Breath out one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Pull up with that right arm leading, and then you find your way into warrior two. Sink into that left knee. Soften the shoulders. Breath in. Big breath out. Straighten left leg. Hands to heart center. Connect to your intention. Feel how beautiful you are. Push out. Warrior two. Put the palm of that left hand. Reverse warrior now. So you reach behind you. Opening your ribs on that left side. Keep your lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull back up. Warrior two. Strong arms. Straighten left leg. Hands to heart center. Go inside. Feel that beautiful wellspring of loving kindness. Let it percolate a little bit. Full inhale. Legs stay straight. Wings go out. Little baby triangle. So don't take your deepest one. Reach out as far forward as you can. Then tip it down to the shin. Right hand to the sky. Then pull that right shoulder head back and it drops back. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bend that left knee. Pull back up to warrior two. Look out to the left hand. We're going to step up to the top of the mat. Samastitihi. That means all things balance in the heart. We're kind of putting our little intellect and time out for practice. Just kind of turn it off. I know that's hard, but that means try not to analyze everything. Try not to judge, criticize. You're just like, love. Love. I love myself. I love my life. I love yoga. Take a breath in. Release the hands. Light sweep to the sky. Dive through center, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flatten out. Exhale, and then you fold back in. Plant your hands now. That left foot goes all the way back to that giant lunge. Check knee to be over ankle on right side. And then straighten and bend. Again, maybe blocks under our hands. A little more lift. Open and close, straighten and bend, warming up, feels nice. And then same thing, come into the lunge, back that turns down to a 90-degree angle, right forearm to right thigh. And then pull that left shoulder, head, left hip back, and then eventually left hand to the sky. Rotate the wrist. And then take that left hand forward, and we're pressing the back of the mat away as we reach to the front. Nice side body stretch. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Pull up to your warrior two. So you can cartwheel up. Strong arms, soft shoulders. Nice bend in the right knee. Breathe in. Breath out. Straighten the right leg. Hands come to heart center. Connect to your intention. Push back out to warrior two. Flip the palm of the right hand, reverse warrior. So left hand dangles down left leg. Keep the lunge. Right arm reaches over and behind. Breathe into those ribs on that right side body. Breath out. Again, inhale and exhale. Pull back up to your warrior two. Straighten right leg, hands to heart center. Maybe close the eyes, go internal, feel how beautiful you are. And then wings go out, legs stay straight. It's our baby triangle, not your full blast. Reach out as far as you can. Take it to the shin. Left hand to the sky. Head leans back, heart's wide open. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open the lungs a little more. Take another big inhale. Big exhale. Ha. Bend that right knee. Inhale, pulls you up. Warrior two. You look out to the right hand. Here we go. Step up. Samasthiti. You go right to your heart. That's as much of the practice as all the poses, because we don't do that very well. We go right to the head and we start intellectualizing everything. Go right into loving everything. I'm going to love the hell out of that. I'm just going to love the hell out of that. Why not? It's kind of fun. Just love the hell out of that right now. Whatever's anger, frustrating, pissing you off, just for a half a second, say to yourself, I'm going to love the hell out of that instead. Maybe, maybe. Manifest it. Breath in. Release the hands. Wide sweep. Dive through center, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flatten out. Exhale, fold back in. Plant your hands. This time, both feet go back to high plank. Shoulders are over wrists. You're pressing through the heels. You're holding your body weight. Take a full inhale. Stay strong. Here's that toughest, that willpower we're developing. Exhale. Again, breath in. Exhale. Loosen the jaw. One more. Inhale. Stay strong. Exhale. Bend lower down. Knees, chest, chin. Elbows stay by the side. Pull yourself forward as you rise up into cobra. Take a big inhale there. Then snake sound all the way down. This time keep your hands planted. Take the feet off and float the whale tail up. Then bring the feet down. Opposite now. Take the hands up. And then bring your hands down. Curl the toes under, push up and back down. Good. 3 deep breaths. Shake out the shizzle between the ears. We get all kinds of thoughts flowing in there, and they get in the way of that beautiful mantra you have in the hamster wheel. You've got that beautiful intention that you developed from your soul side of your being. Then you get all that other crap in there with it, like that's stupid, I'm not good enough, they're stupid, they're not good enough. Kick that out of the hamster wheel. Right leg goes up high. Reach it up, rotate your ankle a couple of times, then bend the knee, circle the knee around a couple of times each direction, loosen up your hip socket. And then straighten the right leg all the way back out, take a breath in and then step up to the top of the mat, low lunge. Steady yourself low, take a strong rise up and you press it. A little bit of balance here. Once you're up, square off, right hip back, left hip forward. Reach up tall, maybe a smile on the face in case you're grumpy. Take a breath in, hands come to heart center. We're gonna launch off into warrior three. Weight goes into the right foot. You float that left foot up behind you, take your time. It's yoga practice, not yoga perfect. Press through the left heel. Reach the arms out when you're ready. Steady yourself best you can. Breath in. Breath out. One more time here. Inhale. A shorter step back for pyramid pose. So there's about 2.5 feet between the front foot and the back foot. And that back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Then you square off again. Keep that front leg straight, hands to the hips. Look up to the sky. And then slowly, as you lead with the chin, come forward over the top of this right leg. When you start to round, the hands come to our blocks or to the floor. Square the hips. Right hip's drawing back, left hip's pulling forward. Deep hamstring stretch here. Breathe in. breathe out. One more time, inhale and exhale. Now hands to the hips. Pull yourself all the way back up. When you get to the top, step up to the top of the mat. Samasthiti Tahi. Pause. Take a full inhale. Release the hands on the exhale. Wide sweep to the sky, all the way up. Dive through center, all the way through, forward fold. Half lift, flatten out. Exhale, fold back in. Plant your hands, both feet go back. 3 breaths in high plank. Inhale and exhale. Build your fire. Inhale again. Exhale. I am strong, I am powerful, I am capable. Last one. Inhale. Then lower down, knees, chest, chin, elbows by the side. Snake through, rise up, cobra. Take your whale tail up, keep the hands down. Bring the feet down, float the hands up. And then bring it all down, curl the toes under, up and back, down dog. Press in, head dangles again, a little deeper in your dog. Then we'll get the other side. So left leg goes up high. Rotate the ankle. Bend the knees, circle it around a couple of times in each direction. Hips are activated. Straighten out that left leg. Big inhale. Step all the way up to the top. Low lunge. Help it if it didn't make it. Rise up, crescent lunge. So balance again. Steady yourself. Square the hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. Reach up tall. Take a full inhale. Hands to heart center. Here we go. We're launching off to our warrior 3. So weights in that left foot this time. Right foot flows. Strong press through that back left heel. Reach the arms forward when you're ready. Fly. Imagine it. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Inhale. Shorter step back for pyramid. Up 2.5 feet. 45-degree angle, square off, hands to the hips. Tall inhale. Then we dive forward, pulling left hip back as you do. And then hands come down to the blocks or to the earth, head dangles. Breathing into the back of this left hamstrings. A shorter stance makes it harder to fold, deeper stretch. Breath in, breath out. And again, inhale. And exhale, hands to the hips, draw the elbows back, rise up. When you get to the top, step up to the top of the mat, back to standing, Samasthiti. Feel how beautiful you are. I'm going to say that to you a lot. It's important to see yourself in your highest way. Beautiful can be whatever it means to you. I think of it as a divine being of light, full of creativity and love. To me, that's beautiful. That's what I mean when I say it to you. And you're cute. Take a breath in. Release the hands on the breath out. Wide sweep to the sky, all the way up. Dive through center, all the way through, forward fold. Inhale to your half lift, flatten out your back again. And then fold. Utkatasana chair. Booty down, arms up, little heat again. Let the arms run alongside the ears. Really try to straighten them out. Drop the booty down. Take a big inhale. And exhale. One more like this. Breath in. Then slide your hands to heart center. Shift your weight into the left foot and pick up right foot and figure 4 for a 3-legged chair. A little bit of balance again. Drop your booty down. Pull your heart up. Take a full inhale. Then maybe fold forward. You don't have to. Maybe take your hands to the block or the floor. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Then you're going to pull back up the way you went into it. Reach up tall. 3-legged chair to chair. Ding it. And then come back to standing. Samasthiti for just a moment. You recoup. Feel the fire you created. Let it go into places. Now, fire is transformative. It moves energy. So if you have some thick, heavy, dull energy, take your fire there and burn it out. And if you have some creative energy that needs a spark, light a fire under it, take your fire there. All right, back to Utkatasana chair. Booty down, arms up. And then this time we shift our weight into the right foot, pick up the left foot, maybe bring your hands to heart center. Three-legged chair on this side. Then decide, can you go to that fold? And decide, can I take it onto the floor, the blocks? You're dropping that left knee down towards the earth so that you can really get into that side pocket. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale and exhale. Then you come out the way you went in. Rise up. Find our three-legged chair into chair. Breathe in again. And then come back to standing. Samastitihi. Take the fire where you need it. Spark some of those seeds of creativity. Or burn out some of the heavier thinking that we carry in the headspace. Take a full inhale. Release our hands on the exhale. Wide sweep all the way up. And dive through center all the way through for one fold. Half lift, flatten out. Exhale, forward. Plant your hands, step back to plank. You can take the connecting vinyasa, going all the way through the down dog, or just press back to down dog. Yogi's choice. Sometimes we build our feet faster. We just need to get to dog, which is home base. We'll all wind up there. Pedal it out a little bit more. See how much more flexibility is already happening with some little bit of movement, some deeper breathing, and some mental clarity. Then right leg goes up high. Reach it to the sky. You're going to take a knee to nose tuck through center. Go back up high to our twisted dog. Knee points to the sky, heel comes towards the bum. You can move the knee in circles or flip it on over. Let that right foot find the floor, hips lift high, head drops back. Breath in, breath out, then flip back around if you took your flip. Right leg's up high, we'll all step up to the top of the mat. Back foot goes down to our warrior two again, come on up. Wings are out. Take a breath in, sink a little deeper breath out. Then straighten out that right leg, we're gonna take a deeper triangle this time. Reach out as far as you can. Tip it down, hand to shin, ankle or floor. Left hand to the sky. And pull that left shoulder head back. Let the head drop back. Pretend there's a wall behind you. You can kind of lean into it, really open this up. Breath in and breath out. Now look down to the right foot. Put a bend in the right knee. Little hop forward for half moon. So the right hand lands under the shoulder. Left foot floats. Pull that left hip back and left shoulder back, just like you did for triangle. Then eventually left hand to the sky. Flex the floating foot. Pull back a little more. That wall's still behind you. Your pretend wall. Lean into it. Breath in. Breath out. Giant step back. Landing gear down. Tick-tock in the right foot. So you're in a wide straddle at the side of your mat. Hands to heart center. Go internal. Feel all the fires of your being. There's a fire in the belly. There's a fire in the heart. And there's a fire at the third eye center. Creativity, compassion, wisdom. Nice cocktail. Hands to your hips. Roll the shoulder heads back. Look up to the sky, round over the barrel. You're in a big heart open here. Just go into it as much as your body's saying yes to today. But find your edge. Take a breath in, breath out, and one more. Inhale and exhale. Then you come up nice and slow. Take a pause at the top. Little bend in the knees, dive forward. Maybe even heel toe a little wider and pigeon toe. Toes in, heels out. Head hangs. Maybe it comes down to the floor, to the block. You can grab onto ankles or calves. Get yourself, take a different perspective on things. Heads upside down, heart's on top. Imagine if you were looking out at the world from your heart place all the time. How would it look different? Breath in. Breath out. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Then we press up to our half lift. Take your right hand right under your face. Peel the left hand open to the sky. Twist it up to that floating left thumb. Take a big inhale and widen it just a little. Then exhale. Bring left hand down to where right hand was. Peel right hand open to the sky. Lean back. Breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. Both hands come down. Walk around to the front of the mat. So you're in low lunge. Step right foot back again. Option for connecting vinyasa or take down dog. We'll all meet there. The other side now. So press into down dog a little more. Pedal it out. Open it up. Honor it. And then left leg goes up high. Reach it up high and take a knee to nose tuck through center. Back up high, twisted dog. So we open to the side. We can move our knee in circles or flip the dog. Yogi's choice, hips lift high. Head drops back, left hand overhead. Breathe in, breathe out. Flip back around if you took that. Left leg's up high and we'll all step up to our low lunge. Our back foot turns down to our warrior two, 90-degree angle. Come on up. Wings are up from the heart. Sink into that left knee. Breath in. Big breath out. Straighten the left leg. Bring your hands to heart center. Connect to your intention. Keep the left leg straight. Wings go out. Deeper triangle. Reach out. And take it on down, maybe to the block or the ankle, maybe to the floor. Keep the legs straight. You want to pull that right shoulder head back and right hip, pull it back to wide open. You're against that wall. Breath in and breath out. Then we look down to the left foot, put a bend in left knee. Take that little hop forward. Left hand lands right under the shoulder or to a block under the shoulder. Right foot floats. Pull right hip back. That right shoulder head back. Again, you're against that wall, if you can imagine it. Flex the floating foot. Take a breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. Giant step back. Your landing gear goes down. You turn in that left foot this time. Wide straddle on the side of the mat. Good job, everybody. Half moves, hard and fun at the same time. Lots going on. You've been upside down about 4 times in the last 2 minutes. Shift of energy, for sure. And then just kind of sit with yourself. What happens when you move the energy in your body? You feel how powerful you are. What a creative, divine being you are. Put your thoughts and energy to focusing on something to help better your life. Improve the path, uncoil the potential, fulfill your purpose. These are all the bits. Now this time, toes out, heels in, drop booty down, Devasana. Booty's down in between, pretty deep. And the arms come up and the shoulder heads roll onto the back so your heart's pressing through. It's a big pose. It's called horse pose as well. We want to feel like we're on our powerful horse. The horse represents our senses. We want to have mastery of our senses. You know, horses have that sixth sense, but they're very intuitive. They can feel your fear as you're walking up to them, or they feel your inner joy as you're walking up to them. When we're riding the horse of our senses, we want to be in control of them. So anywhere where your senses are out of control, imagine you're putting the reins on them. Just a little deeper down. Take a breath in, big breath out. Now we'll soften it. Don't come out of the squat, but take your hands down to the knee tops. Put right shoulder to the center and push right knee away and open up that right inner thigh. And then come out and do the same on the left. And then back and forth. Sometimes our feelings are what need regulated. Sometimes it's what we're taking in through our eyes. What do you consume through your eyes? Are you reading good stuff? Are you watching good things? Are you looking at the beautiful world, nature? Now let's take it to Skandasana. We drop over to the right heel, pull left leg straight, toes to the sky, deep lunge there. And then you pick up your bum, haul it over to the left heel, right leg straight, toes to the sky. What are you listening to? What are you taking in through the ears? What foods are you eating, drinking? The olfactories. What are you taking in for your aromatherapy? This all is part of mastering ourselves. Einstein said that our spirit is the master and our ego is the servant. And we have put the ego in charge. Now, next time you're around to the front of the mat, you're going to roll it out into low lunge and pause. And then drop that right knee to the ground and interlace your hands on top of the left knee. And you might need to double back the mat for a little push or put a blanket there. So pulse in and out, a little more for that hip flexor. And then go into the lunge and hold it pretty good. Nice stretch across the front of that right thigh. Then right hand comes to low belly, left hand goes to the sky. Two hands up if you can, interlace, pointers up, look up, take a breath in. Big breath out, another heart opener here. Inhale. Then hands come down, pull left leg straight, toes to the sky. Half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. You can hang out here. Keep pointing the toes to the sky, bowing your head towards your shin, or press through that left heel and walk your hands with your shoulders and press out a little deeper into fuller splits. You don't have to go all the way, just switch your edges. Maybe if you have a block, you put it under that left thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Slide that left foot back if you took the fuller splits. Heel toe it over to the right side or pick it up and set it in for pigeon. Another pigeon option is to lay on your back and keep your forward left ankle over right knee. Open the heart. Come on down. Left out. Turn into mush. Springtime is kapha season. It's supposed to be muddy, earthy water. Be like that now. And then just mushy, juicy rasa. There's something happening. Things get brittle and tired and old. There is a lady, I want to say she's in Peru, but it's somewhere South America. She's the oldest person alive today. She just had her birthday. She's 127 years old. And they asked her, what's the trick? You know, everyone asks that to the older people. And she said, the person inside of her never aged, only her body did. She never felt old. And I love that. I'm that same teenager, little girl inside too. So it's mind over matter. Einstein is on it. She feels young. She feels like that young girl. Soften, soften, soften just a little bit more. We worked really hard to get our body warmed up so that we can come into this pose and let go of our shizzle. Or at least make an effort to. Young people speaking. I saw another little thing. It doesn't really hold true, but I like thinking about it. It says, next time somebody triggers you, write down their name and then all the things underneath the name that triggers you about them. You know, like gossipy, thinks they're super cool, whatever it is. And then go back to the list, erase their name and put yours. And then now you have your list for your shadow work. And I thought about that, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's a little exaggerated. Some people that trigger you have big stuff that's not yours. But on some level, I get what they're getting at. Okay, one more big inhale. So that we can have that cathartic exhale. Loosen the jaw. And then press up, open your heart to the sky. Take a big inhale. And then press it back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Home base. You look into your heart and down dog. Maybe just say, oh my goodness, you're so cute. And then that right leg's going to go up high to the sky. And you're going to step it all the way up to the top, and your left knee comes down. Maybe that padding again for our knees. Interlace your hands on top of right knee, pull sitting out. The flexor on the left side. Then you go into the lunge. Hold it out. Left hand to the sky. Or sorry, right hand to the sky, left hand to the belly. And then when you're steady, both hands, and you look round over the barrel, kind of lunging backwards. Breath in, breath out. One more, inhale. Then both hands come down, and the right leg goes straight, toes to the sky. We bow towards our shin. This is a nice deep hamstring stretch here. If we want a little more, you can push out through the heel. Walk your hands with your shoulders, pushing into a fuller split. Couple deep breaths as you work your way there. Keeping your hands on your shoulders for protect. Take a breath in, breath out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. We'll slide that right foot back and heel toe it over into pigeon. Again, with that option to lay on our back if we need. Open up the heart. And then come down. We melt out this side. This is opportunity. Pigeon is opportunity. For self-healing, introspection. I was reading an article on mushroom psychedelic. It's all the rage. And it was saying some of the benefits of microdosing. One of the things it said was it really helps people to stop the racing thoughts in their mind so that they have a little bit of time to look inward at themselves and have a good hard look, or just to get a sense of who they are. And I think I must be microdosing my whole life, because if that's what it does, that's what I do. And I can't imagine if my mind was constantly racing so much that I couldn't time it out in order to just hear my own intuitive voice. And so if that's you, I highly recommend these mushroom people, because we all need to be able to hear our intuitive voice. Another inhale. See if you can melt just a little bit more towards the earth. And again, inhale. And exhale. Then gently press up. We'll open our heart to the sky. Take a full inhale. And then press it back down. Dog. Pedal out that side. Feels good. And then we'll come on down to our knees and have a sit on our heels, palms up, eyes closed. Now, if it's hard to sit on your heels, you can put the block between your heels and sit on the block. You can put it in skyscraper position. But take a moment just to tune in again. Not the mind stuff, not the judgments and the analysis and the criticisms. I'm grateful for that. It helps me not wear like polka dots with plaids. But sometimes it's on overdrive. And I'm analyzing and critiquing everything to the nth degree. We just want to be heart-centered right now. Loving, generous, truthful. And there's a bit of spontaneity called sahaja. and see what's good. That develops when you let yourself live in the heart. You get to be a little bit more spontaneous. Wow, that's fun. Out of control. You gotta control everything. It's kind of the way nature is. Nature's spontaneous. Looks like chaos, but that's the order of things, really. And we'll sit down on our bum and swing our legs around to the front. Bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Scoot your booty forward so that you get a little closer in. Knees drop out. Hold on to the feeties. Take a breath in, tall in your spine, and then come forward. Your elbows will press your calves. And you just bow your head in towards your heart. A little deeper hips. Those inner thigh muscles are the adductors, and they're the forgotten country of your body. So we get here and we go, hello. Just talk to them, mind and matter. I permit you to open, body. Permit you to be the soft animal, not the hard, crusty one. Again, breath in and breath out. Nice job. Pull up nice and tall. We'll help our knees together. Scoot you forward to the top of the mat if you lost your way. Plant your feet, hands out by either side. You're going to slow roll all the way down using your core. Use that low belly band to guide you down. And then once you hit the ribs, you can cruise back a little faster. And then bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a good squeeze. Apanasana again. This is good for digestion. You're also being that little seed. And you're squeezing on all those little great ideas there in your creative center. Just try to get them ready to sprout. And then press the heels back down right up against your bum. We'll take one bridge pose. If you prefer to go into a full wheel instead, go for it. Press the heels, lift the hips, interlace the fingers underneath. Roll one shoulder under than the other. If you're going wheel, your hands go overhead by the ears. Fingertips point towards your toes. Chin to the sky, lift the hips up high. Squeeze a beach ball in both poses between the knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift the hips a little higher. Take a breath in. Breath out, one more. Inhale. If you're in wheel, tuck your chin to come down. If you're in bridge, move the hands and shoulders out of the way. And then once we're down, bum to the earth, take the soles of the feet together. Knees flop out to the side for Supta Baddha Konasana. Same as what we just did seated, but now reclined. Hips can open up a little bit more. Let your hands rest at that low belly. Make the Shakti Mudra, thumbs touch, and index fingers touch to make an upside down triangle or cup or chalice. It's your creative waters here. We really want all of our ideas that stem in our imagination to come to fruition. It's helpful to keep them floating close to your heart. Let your mind put them in the hamster wheel and let your willpower bring them in to action. Reach down on either side of your thighs, help the knees together. Again, another squeeze in. Bless you. Keep the right knee hugged in. Put the left leg along to the ground, both feet flexed. Extra good squeeze into that right side and say hello to your liver, your gallbladder, and face down. You're doing a lot, regulating your blood sugar, detoxifying. Thank you, body. Then shoot your hips to the right, drop your knee to the left, cactus or T that right arm, and look out to the right. And then these are really powerful breaths that you're taking just to clear Sushumna Nadi, the central channel. So take an inhale all the way to the top of the head. And then exhale all the way to the base of the spine, and use your imagination to see it clear. Clearing out stuck energy, anything blocking the chakras, anything that's impeding the nervous system. Nice deep cleansing breaths. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll come on out of the twist, point the right leg up high, draw line all the way down. Then left knee comes in, extra good, squeeze it to the left side. Say hello to your pancreas and your spleen. They do good things too. On autopilot, they're just working real hard all day long, and you get to eat tacos. Take a breath in, big breath out. Then shoot your hips to the left, drop your knee to the right, cactus or T, that left arm, and look left. And you can feel the spine kind of rinsing and wringing out all of the things it doesn't need. The anxieties, the worries, the fears, the guilt, the shame, the anger, the resentment, the grief, the loneliness. We gotta feel our feels, but if they stay around too long, it's like unwanted guests or dead fish. They need to leave after 3 days. Take a breath in, breath out. Then we come out of the twist with the left leg up high, draw a line all the way down. If there are any other poses, yogis, that you want to take before we complete our practice in Shavasana, go for it. Otherwise, let yourself land in Shavasana. One of the best poses of all. Let yourself get really comfortable, because if you're fidgety and wiggly, then your mind goes there instead of on that beautiful Shiva consciousness. And that's where we want to wind up, is in our highest way. Realizing how beautiful we are, how divine we are, and just dwell in that. Move over to the singing bowl. Bring in some vibration. muscles in the fingers and toes as you come back into your beautiful body. Eventually make your way into that nice long stretch with the arms overhead and lengthen out, point and flex the toes, and then hug the knees into the chest and give yourself a good squeezy. Roll your side in fetal position and connect to your intention. We want to keep that in the hamster wheel all day long. Then push up to seated, coming around to the front. Eyes closed just a little bit longer, palms together. Love you life. Love your heart, love your body. Seal our time together with the sound of Om. When we Om, it clears out third eye center, things that block our intuition. So imagine it doing that. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Inhale to Om. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in each of you beautiful souls. I bow to you all. Namaste.
Namaste.
Jana. Thanks for being here. Thanks for doing the practice. When you get your aura all shiny, then it makes everybody else excited. Thanks for doing that.
Thank you.
Thanks at home.
Thanks, you.